Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video we are going to be setting up my budget binder for the month of July. If it's something that you're interested in, please keep watching. Instead of doing two separate videos showing you guys how I basically close out my trackers for June and set up my trackers for July, I kind of did some stuff off camera. I'm going to be doing the rest with you guys now. So this is my budget binder. This sheet, I was kind of just tracking the money that was going into my savings challenge and where it came from. So I actually did this savings challenge for the month of June. I was able to save up $200 that I put towards my emergency fund. My monthly calendar where I track my expenses. As you can see, I have expense stickers. These are from Budget with Amanda. I'll try to remember to link her Etsy shop down below. I really like these expense stickers, and then I've just been tracking it that way. We have monthly bills. I have budgeted. Let me just come in a little bit. So I have my budgeted and then what I actually spent and the totals. We have the weekly check-in. As you can see, I did have an unbudgeted expense, which I will be planning in the future so that does not happen. I ended up deciding to get my lashes done for my vacation. It was like a little treat for myself for how hard I've honestly been putting into my Etsy shop, and because I've seen a lot of money coming in from there, I just decided to give myself some money to get my lashes done. My boyfriend actually ended up putting some money into it as well, and it was kind of like a gift to myself since I haven't been on a vacation in 4 years, so I'm just going all out. So I still have yet to do week 4 since it's from the 26th to the 2nd. So I actually won't be here since I do leave the 26th, which is tomorrow. So this will get tracked later on. And these are all of my paycheck breakdowns for the month of June. And what I did is I actually have to make a separate breakdown so that I can kind of recap where all my money went, basically like where has my money gone for the month kind of thing, since I don't do a monthly budget. I don't feel the need to. I used to do it before, and because my income is so inconsistent, because I do have an hourly job plus my variable income, which could be like Etsy or Poshmark or whatever it is, since it varies so much, it's hard to kind of like budget for the entire month, but I'm able to do it by week. But I do like to see at the end of the month everything to make sure all the money is accounted for. So what I did was I just took a budget overview, which is what I use for the week, and all I did was fill out the actual and took care of all of the income. So I just renamed it as my monthly recap, and here I was able to, this is what I did this morning to see where all my money went, and then I basically wrote notes. So this is what I'm going to be doing. This is actually on the wrong side, but this is what I'm going to be doing. I want to make a specific tracker for that so I can just see the recap of the entire month, and then at the end write some notes. So I have a couple notes here for the month that I'm able to look back on just to see how I did for June. So I feel like this would definitely be helpful, and when I actually finished, it was nice to see overall where all the money went, and I'm so surprised with how much money I was actually able to bring in. So I'm very happy about that. And then I closed down my sinking funds. So this is the first time I was able to actually use the tracker correctly. Last month was a little bit hard since it was my first time creating a sinking funds tracker, and what I ended up doing is I only ended up using 4 of the categories, so I just designated a highlighter for each one. As you can see, I had a lot of travel expenses since I was buying myself a couple things that I would need for the trip, like clothes and stuff like that. So everything in pink correlates with the travel, yellow is car, orange is birthday/gifts, and then blue is my boyfriend. And I just wanted to make sure that what I had written here, the total matched up with how much was withdrawn, and the deposit actually matches up with how much of the total sinking funds for the full month is. And this is what I currently have in all of my sinking funds. So this is definitely a helpful tracker as well, just to plan accordingly for the future. Like we were at 680 and we ended the month with 1,066. Like that's crazy once you see it all fully. And I did end up adding beauty and fun for the last week of the month, which will be going into July as well as new sinking fund, just because this will now cover like my lashes, and this will cover anything that we do summer related, just so I don't take it out of my travel and keep them separated, since I do like to do a lot of outdoor stuff with friends and that kind of thing. This one hasn't been can't be updated yet because I still have to do my actual extra payment, and then once the new balances come in, I will fill those in. But those are all the trackers that I end up using for June. And July I kind of started, and this is what I wanted to finish with you guys. So here I have my blank month overview, and what I did was assign the month and date it, and I put in basically what I know as of right now. And what I did was just fill out any events, birthdays, and that kind of thing for the month, just as a heads up for myself. So I have vacation, I have a couple people's birthdays and that kind of thing. This is what I know of as of right now. Here we're going to be filling in the monthly bills, and I'm actually going to just flip to the one from last month just to reference. July 2020. And I'm going to be doing, there's going to be a few changes. So last month, the first is rent, and if this is your first time coming across my channel, I live with my mom and I just give her money. I give her money that I just call rent, but it's just like to kind of help out. So it was at $200 a month. I ended up having a talk with her and I raised it to $250, just because with the Etsy shop I have the laminator running for a long time, and I'm using up a lot of like electricity and that kind of thing. So just to kind of help in that aspect, I know it's not a lot, but it is something. So that goes up to $250, and then I'm gonna raise it to $300, so that with the extra $50 that I save every month is going to be going to a separate savings account that I'm going to be using to start my moving out fund. Whether that turns into just moving out to an apartment, or if I end up holding off, I don't know yet, if I just want it to be like a down payment to when I buy a house. But I want to start sooner rather than later, and if I could do at least $50 a month, I know that with time that will definitely add up. So I'm going to be doing $300, just because I'm estimating that I'll be able to do similar to what I did this current month and how much income I was able to bring in. So I do think that this is doable. I just have to kind of work a little bit harder, and I'm up for the challenge. So now it's going to be up to 300. So student loan number 1, that is $142 on the 3rd. We have Apple Music on the 7th. And I am on the student discount, so it ends up being like $531 altogether with tax, but I just put $5 because I always have like change left over in my account, and I now am having a cushion that I started in June, so that'll cover like the change aspect. Car insurance is going to be $108, and I just end up giving that to my mom. Sprint, my phone, I am on a plan with my older sister, and that is $112. And then the last one is my second student loan, and $60. Okay, so 300 plus 142 plus 5 plus 108 plus 112 plus 60. We are at 727 in monthly bills for July. It went up about $120 compared to what I actually spent last month, but this is but I'm actually okay with that. Now that we got the monthly bills, I actually already have this money accounted for that I was saving from June. So all of the bills that I end up paying, I'm basically a month ahead. So everything that I'll be adding to my envelopes, my bills, and that kind of thing will be saving up for August. And I want to continue for it to be like that for as long as possible, just so that since my income is inconsistent and fluctuates, in case there is a week that I'm not able to put as much into the envelopes as I would like, I'm covered because I was able to put more in a previous paycheck or one that's going to be coming up. So I am going to try to continue to be a month ahead. This one is all set, and then I kind of just wanted to show you guys how the saving funds tracker starts off for the month before anything else is added and it gets all crazy with numbers. So I added in my categories. I actually have exactly 10, which I feel like is good. And I decided on goals for all of them. So this is technically not a savings fund, it's my actual emergency fund. And I don't want to put the current balance yet because since I'm going to wait until July 1st to see what the actual balance is, because I do think I'm going to be able to transfer a little bit more into it. I currently have $750, which I'm so happy about, but I'm trying to get it to $800 by the end of the month. This challenge is basically every month I want to try to either give myself a goal amount or in general see how much I can save. And last month it was 200. This month I'm just going to try to see if I could do 100. If I could do, my goal is to do more, but the minimum I want to do is 100. We have travel, Michael, Christmas, gifts, car, tech, medical, beauty, and fun. And for these two I have for the month because I am going to be using, these two I know for a fact are going to be basically revolving, and I'm going to be using them throughout the month, so I know that they'll be emptied out and refilled each month. So these probably aren't actual sinking funds, they're more like just cash envelopes to have in my wallet, but besides the fact I have them right here. So this is how I started off, and then I write what the current balance is on the end of the month or the start of the month whenever you decide to close out your sinking funds. Since I did close them out for the most part, I can fill in most of them with you guys. The only ones I'm not able to do is savings or travel, just because I will be using this travel envelope, and when I get back from my vacation I'll see how much I have left over. So these two are gonna have to wait. But for challenge I'm gonna start fresh, so 0. Michael has 50. Christmas has 150. Birthdays and gifts has 17. Car has 77. Tech has 50. Medical has 92. Beauty 15, and then fun 15. So this is what I'm going to be starting off with for the beginning of the month, and then at the end of the month is where I actually fill these 3 in. So these are the only 3 that get filled in, and as the month goes on I fill out all of my any money that will be coming out of these sinking funds that I may use it for. I'll track it down here. So yeah, I know this is probably a little bit all over the place, but I just kind of wanted to share with you guys how I set myself up for the month. Do the sinking funds. We have the monthly bills and the monthly overview. And then as the weeks goes on, I'll be adding in my budget overview for each week that will account for all of my paycheck for that week. So I'm really excited to see how July goes. I'm very happy with how I did in June. I feel like I'm in a good place financially currently. June was definitely one of my high months. Even with my little unbudgeted aspect, I feel like I definitely did my best to be accountable with everything that I did and with all the money coming in. especially because I've been seeing more money come in than what I'm used to. I'm definitely learning how to budget correctly and basically handle that money, because I do hope to raise my income. And if I'm not able to manage myself when I have low income, how do I expect to manage myself when I do have more coming in? So I feel like it's good to practice these things even with $100 a week, just so that when you do end up reaching a point that you do have more income, you're not lost and confused and wasting all your money because you don't know how to manage it. So I hope that you guys enjoyed my video, and I will see you guys in the next one.